curious. I mean, a lot of people are hesitant sometimes to walk into a new studio when they really don't know what to expect. So what Paul has agreed to do is he is going to give us kind of a lowdown. When you walk in, what can you expect in like the first 10 minutes or so?
Absolutely.
Okay, so I'm going to step aside. I'm going to let him take over.
All right. So many times when people go to a new facility, a new gym, they feel shy at first because they don't know what kind of physical challenge they're going to experience.
Yes.
But also because they're not necessarily part of the culture yet of the people that are already there, that have become friends to that culture. So what we do is we try to put them in a position of success by showing them through a strategy session some simple things that they're about to expect. We spend the first 10 minutes, whether it's a one-on-one personal training session or in a group class, doing what's called foundation. The simple science we tell you guys is we get you loose, we get you warm, we get you hot. So we're going to give you a little sample of that today. So Deanna here is going to go onto her knee pad right here. We have a nice cushy knee pad. Knees go on the pad, hands go under the shoulders. Vanita is going to go ahead and put her, imagine it's a room set. You can do all these things at home. No one even says you have to do it at a facility. It doesn't require membership anywhere. All right?
So let me get this straight.
Yes.
These are activities that I could do in my living room.
You can do, right. So instead of a pad, it's a pillow. Instead of this blade, it's a broomstick.
Okay. That's awesome. Okay.
Absolutely. You do not need any equipment or any requirement of a gym. Always remember that you are the most important piece of equipment when you begin to exercise. There's nothing more important than you, because nothing in a gym moves without you pulling it or pushing it.
That is true. I mean, you're the foundation, really.
You are the essential machine behind that locomotion, right? So nothing needs to be required in a gym. Okay. So we're going to show you guys some simple mobility of the spine. I love to prime the spine first because it is the center of the X of the body. So Deanna here is going to go ahead and do an angry cat and camel, chin tuck and rounding her spine into a C curve, and then lifting her head and arching her back into an S curve. This is a simple premise in yoga. You can see this in yoga all the time.
Right.
If things work in other disciplines, Pilates, yoga, bar, spin class, use them. They're not wrong because they follow the scientific principles and pillars.
Right.
So while Deanna is continuing to do that, we're going to show you a vertical position of spine mobility. So Vanita is going to bend her knees slightly. She's going to wiggle her lower back side to side. I call this salsa hips. So if you notice, her hips are shifting side to side, but that motion is coming from the quadratus lumborum in her lower back. I know it's big, fancy, schmancy Latin. Just know that she's stretching out her lower back by shifting side to side with her hips just like that. Okay, now the next one, Deanna's going to bring her hands out farther forward. She's going to do what's called child pose and cobra. She's going to push her hips all the way back, putting a nice elongation in her lat muscles. She then comes forward with her head and her shoulders, looking up at the sky, putting her spine into extension, stretching out the abdomen. So now we're doing a bigger, grosser motion through hinging at the knees and the hips. Vanita is now going to go ahead and do shoulder tilts. So this is coming from her thoracic spine, okay, from her mid-back, all right? Now if you noticed, what Deanna is doing is more what we call sagittal plane. It's front to back motion. Both things that Vanita has done so far is from the frontal plane of motion, which is moving side to side.
That's interesting. So you're doing the different
planes of motion with spinal mobility. We can do that with other areas of the body as well.
I love that. Okay.
Good. Deanna's going to come back to normal quadruped position. She's going to put her left hand behind her head. She's going to bring her left elbow down to the right elbow, flexing and rotating her spine, and then she's going to rotate up to the sky, extending and rotating her spine. So now she went from sagittal to a transverse spinal motion.
That is true. Good.
Vanita is going to show you also a transverse motion by simply rotating. She's still going to hug. She's going to rotate her shoulders side to side, but keeping her feet planted. If I wanted to get and achieve extra range of motion, I would have her spin her heels off, and then she would get more range through her hips now. So now her hips and her spine are cooperating. Okay? Very good. Deanna's going to go ahead and change that from an elbow to a full arm now. So as she brings her left arm through the right window, she's going to extend and rotate all the way up to the sky. And now because the arm is longer, the drive of the spine is a lot longer range of motion-wise. Good. Now Vanita's going to give you some level change right now. She's going to bring her left shoulder down to the inside of her right knee, and then she's going to extend and rotate up to me. So I call this a PNF pattern. We bend, lift, flex, and twist, and turn every day in life. Picking up your children, grabbing luggage, putting groceries away.
Oh, it's so true.
So now this is truly functional what we do every day. We're cutting corners here.
Right.
So now I'm going to have Deanna go ahead and change her arm to the right arm in motion, and Vanita's going to go from right shoulder down to the left knee, and then extend and rotate up to the right. So these are some simple motions right here, just working on the spine first.
Yes.
I always love to say that no back pain is the new pink. Okay? The spine is a terrible thing to waste, right?
Exactly.
So we have to prime the spine and prime the body by doing some of this gentle stuff right here.
Prime the spine.
Exactly. Good. Next one, Deanna's going to come off of her hands. She's going to put her right leg forward, and she's going to put her hands at the end of the right knee. Now, I have her put herself into a runner's lunge position where her left hip is already beyond her left knee. This is the new school quadricep and hip flexor stretch. The old one was in gym class, you take your hand, you pull your foot, and go back.
Yes.
Traumatic for the kneecap and the underside, we have cartilage, no bueno, okay? So here I want her, she's gonna go ahead and give me a pelvic tuck of her tailbone, okay? And then she's gonna arch her back. And by doing these pelvic tilts front and back, you're working on the psoas muscle, which is a major player when it comes to hip flexion. It does hip flexion. But a lot of people give it under attention. So by doing this motion, you're isolating a lot of that psoas movement, which every muscle has a beginning and an end, an origin and insertion.
Right.
The beginning of that muscle is in the lower back from L1 through L5. So it's important to stretch that. Because a lot of people who will complain of low back tightness, it may be just be that their hip flexor is tight and they've never even done this motion.
So it may not even be
Correct.
100% related.
It's a false
to
positive, right.
Exactly.
It's from the hip flexor, not from the lower back. Okay,
interesting.
good. So now Juanita, what she's going to do is she's going to go and take the blade in her hands as well. She's going to come down to a quarter squat. She's going to grab the center of the blade. I'm looking for a stern wrist, a stern elbow, stern shoulder, and she's going to go ahead and pulse the blade up and down. Now, we use this as an assessment test, too. I love to say that the assessment is the exercise, and the exercise is the assessment.
Okay.
So we're trying to figure out and pick apart someone to see what they physically are able and not able to do. All right, so this is a simple sagittal plane pulse going up and down. She's got some vibration in her body. Now we're beginning to turn on her core to stabilize her spine as she experiences a vibration.
You know, it looks so easy, but it's not, is it?
It's not.
Yes, it looks tricky. So with her hands open in the air, she's
Yes.
getting some stability in her core. Now Deanna's going to go to a push-up position. She's going to go onto her hands and toes.
Okay.
And I'm going to ask her to, she's going to come off the knees. She's going to minimize how much her body sways side to side. You may not be able to see from this camera angle. She's going to tap the opposite shoulder with her opposite hand, but looking for as much, or excuse me, as little weight shift as possible. If you notice, she's developing stiffness in her trunk, and
Yes.
she's just simply taking one hand and touching the opposite shoulder.
You know-
So we're achieving the same result
Yes.
two different ways, and it's important for your body to experience both weight-bearing exercises where you're on your hands and things open in the air. So it's called open and closed kinetic chain. So these are the basic principles that we try to show our membership and teach, and this is the artistry behind the science.
I love this. And
Yeah.
you know what, I'm watching her and even, you know, her doing her
Right.
exercises, and you're explaining where they're
Yeah.
working it, and I'm seeing other muscles work as well.
Everything's working. There's, like I said, there's no pure isolation in the human body. Even if
Yes.
you're doing a bicep curl with a dumbbell, the muscles of your rotator cuff tense up to stabilize your shoulder before you ever bend your elbow.
Okay.
Good. All right, so now I'm going to show you some other things as well. So Deanna is going to go ahead and stand up tall. Vanita's going to go and change that blade from horizontal to vertical.
Okay.
Okay, so now I'm going to do some simple level change. We talked about level change earlier.
Yes.
So Deanna's going to work on a perfect air squat. She's going to make her arms as long as possible. She's going to reach her hips back as far as possible. Good. I'm going to bring our third friend who's off screen right now. Lorenzo would come up.
Oh.
He's going to
come
go
on,
ahead and
Lorenzo.
he's going to turn around. We got him barefoot right now for you guys. He's going to turn around and face the camera. So right now he's going to stand on his right foot in the center of the pad. Okay, and I'm going to have him bring his left knee up to his chest. Good, and I'm going to have him give me what I call a toy soldier. The top arm is going to go above his head, and the bottom arm goes past his hip, and he's going to alternate his arms doing that. Thumbs are pointed to the sky, it's like this. He's going to alternate, so now we're turning on the brain through proprioception.
Yes, yes,
Deanna's
yes.
doing the air squat for some simple hinging of the hips and level change.
Right.
And Vanita is giving me a vertical body blade pulsing side to side with the fingers crossed for me, with the fingers crossed. So now we have core stabilization in a different direction because the blade is going
Yes.
side to side. Deanna's working on hinging at the hips and the knees and the ankles, and he's working on his balance and stability. So these are kind of things, we may have 20 people in class, we could have 4 of them doing the squats, 4 of them doing balance, 4 of them doing the body blade, 4 doing some kind of general cardiovascular, 4 working on tapping the shoulders. There's your 20 people doing 5 different things. After a minute, go ahead and rotate, there's your warm-up.
Right.
Now if I wanted to intensify the exercise and get someone hot, I'm going to have all 3 of them now, okay, go equipmentless, because like I said, they are the most important piece of equipment.
Yes.
So they're going to focus on doing 5 air squats. They're going to come down, and they're going to go ahead and do what's called a hand release push-up. They're going to bring their chest all the way to the floor, hands come off gently, and push back up. So for the next 90 seconds, we'll go 1 minute, we'll go 60 seconds. They're going to
Okay.
do 5 air squats and 2 hand release push-ups
Okay,
going
I'm
back
gonna
and
get on
forth.
this side of her.
So now, because these are both essentially compound movements, the whole body is working with both exercises. Now the heart is being told, dude, we have 45 muscles working right now.
Yes.
I need some blood flow.
Right.
All right, so the next 60 seconds, you're going to give me some simple air squats. I'm going to have Lorenzo turn sideways so everyone on the camera can see what a sideways view of a perfect air squat looks like. And they're going to all squat and do push-ups. 5-to-2 ratio for 60 seconds. You guys ready? And begin. Good. So when we're doing a squat, it's important to understand that it's a hip exercise, not necessarily a knee exercise. People think a squat is up and down, but really when you're looking at it, it is back to front. So we're looking for the hips to reach back to that chair behind them.
Right.
And then for them to squeeze their glute cheeks and let the hips extend and come forward. So think of squatting as back to front. So here's something. Now you may say, okay, well, what if you have someone who's a beginner who can't necessarily do a perfect hand release push-up? Then we would regress their push-up to going to their knees instead of their toes.
I see, okay,
And maybe we
yes.
would change the depth of their air squat or change their foot position. Okay?
Right, right.
So this right here, by doing 2 compound movements, they're basically getting their heart rate no matter which one they choose.
Yes.
Okay? And now we know we've gotten them loose, we've gotten them warm, we've gotten them hot. And then for the next 30 minutes, they'll experience the main brick of our workout, whatever templates we choose.
Right.
And then we do a gentle warm down. I like to say cool down because there's no way in heck after 45 minutes of what it took you through that you're going to be cool. Only once you're home, 15, 30 minutes later, we've had your heart rate back down to a resting level. So we call it a rundown.
This is awesome. I mean, it really gives our viewers an idea of what they can expect when they come into your studio. And so the average workout takes, what, 45 minutes to an hour?
Our class for 50 minutes, yeah, 5 to 10 minutes for the foundation.
Yes.
A few minutes to explain the workout, half an hour of intensity, and then a 5 to 10 minute warm down.
I love that.
So I'm going to have these guys pause. It's been more than a minute. Now I'm going to show you, we run all spectrums from beginner to advanced. I'm going to show you guys a couple more, some more advanced fun things. Deanna's going to go ahead and stand here between the bars. She's going to go ahead and put her hands, okay, on the bars. She's going to do a simple isometric hold of holding her knees to her chest. Now this is purely body weight, her against gravity, using a piece of equipment geared towards working on your body.
Yes.
Okay, good. Lorenzo is going to go ahead and put his feet on this yellow bar right here. Okay, he's going to bring the band up to his shoulders. He's going to squat and now press. So now we're doing a squat with resistance. This is called a thruster. But because of it being a rubber band, the higher you push your hands, the more tension you experience. It's variable tension. He's going to do that. Vanita, we're going to give an ankle band to. Okay, she's going to go ahead. I'm going to put it on her nice and smooth. So we're going to keep the tape flat right there. I'm going to go ahead and put another one right there. So now she's going to simply do what's called a kick out. She's going to develop core stabilization by pressing her palms together. She's going to alternate kicking her legs out. We're going to fire the glute medius, the lateral glute.
So you're telling me that exercise really helps the core?
Yes. If you're pressing your palms together, then you're getting core stiffness, and then you're moving your hips. If we didn't have core stiffness, then I would see her shoulders waddle side to side. That means she's not stabilizing the movement. You must achieve stabilization before you can actually move.
Gotcha.
All right. So Deanna's going to show you a very advanced movement. So as Lorenzo, feet on the bands, feet shoulder apart, sir. Bring your elbows inside of your band. Give me a nice squat and press thruster. And Vanita is doing an ankle kick out right here. Good, elbows in tight, and begin. So see how high? I mean,
I can see
Deanna
that.
is beyond advanced. I mean, she's the 1%.
Yes, right.
But
She's
these
very
things,
strong.
so we'll have people who are beginners, and they'll come in and they'll do 5 or 10 seconds, but 5 or 10 seconds becomes 15 seconds the next time. 15 becomes 18, next thing you know, over a few months' time, you're now able to champion a full minute.
So
and that is a sign of success.
Do you encourage your people to write it down when they leave?
Not necessarily. We don't expect them to script or memorize this. They're coming to us because we are the artists. We are the ones who are basically writing the script of the story.
Right.
Okay, so that's the idea. Come to us, we do a full comprehensive workout, you will not be neglected anything.
Gotcha.
Good. 2, 1, nice and smooth. Now if we had a circuit, we'd say, okay, the 3 of them were in a 3 exercise circuit. Then Deanna would go to the bands, Lorenzo would go to the ankle bands, and then Vanita would go to the yellow bars. And that's kind of how we circuit things.
Gotcha, okay.
All right, cool. If you notice, we have plenty of toys. I mean, we're showing you 5 of the 30 we have here. We have the pads. We have these dollies right here. Okay, so I'm going to have Deanna come here to the ground. She's going to lay on her back. I'm going to show you 2 different movements. One is more hamstring and glute based. We'll call this the posterior core.
Right.
She's going to go ahead and put her heels on the dolly. She's going to lay back. So her hands are here to help stabilize. She's going to raise her hips off the ground first. The hips are the first thing to lift, the last thing to go down.
Okay.
She's going to continue to raise her hips as she curls the dolly, and then she extends back out the dolly. So what she's using is, she's using her glutes that extend and raise the hips, and then she's bending her knee by way of firing her hamstrings. But also her lower back muscles are all firing too, so this is an entire posterior chain postural exercise.
That's incredible. This one, it looks like a simple action, but it's not.
Right, this is very difficult. Just doing this motion here going with level change, is very challenging. Now I'm going to have Deanna extend out. She's going to turn over and put her toes in the dolly.
Okay.
There are literally probably 100 exercises we can do with each piece of our equipment, and that's what prevents the redundancy in the boredom. So now she's going to elevate her knees. We're going to show you different progressions. So right now she's going to do a simple basic knee tuck. No stranger to this. Many people have seen this in fitness, whether it's a stability ball, whether it's a dolly, slides on the turf, whatever you need. So she's going to go now from a knee tuck to a pike, where she's going to look through her arms. So now we're hinging purely from the hips as opposed to bending at the knees. So this is another progression, an advanced motion. The last one I'm going to show you is a pushback. So she's going to push her body away from her hands. That is the ultimate tension on the trunk right there.
Okay.
So she's basically like a saw going back and forth.
Right.
So I showed you a level 1, a level 2, and a level 3.
That's incredible.
We can take this to different planes of motion, where I can have her bring her knees to the outside of her left elbow. She's going to tuck her knees to her chest. She comes back out. She sways laterally. And now we're combining 2 planes of motion. So we're going side to side and fore and aft.
Right.
So we can intensify all those exercises through the artistry as long as it fits within scientific principles.
That's
Very
incredible.
good, and relax.
Love it.
Nice job, Yana.
Wow. Boy, my hat is off to all of you. That's a lot of work. It really is. But you know what? You make it simple. And so all of these exercises, I mean, it doesn't matter coming into your studio if you're a beginner or if you're middle of the road or you're advanced. I mean, you can tailor it. Is it tailored within
It could be
the
completely,
class?
yeah, so we can completely all offer curveballs or regressions or progressions based upon the individual ability.
Right.
We try to tell people who are first timers, don't feel like you have to keep up with the physical Joneses of class.
Yes.
That's not your intention.
Right.
Go at your own pace. You'll feel comfortable the more you go.
Okay.
That first month experience is grueling. I understand if someone's been sedentary, the sensation of muscle contraction and soreness, a day or two after is not enjoyable. It's not comfortable.
Yes.
But with rest, nutrition, repair, your body begins to adapt and evolve, and that's how you begin to recruit muscles and you improve. And those are signs of success.
That's amazing. How do
Yeah.
you feel?
Great.
Yes? You definitely
Hot,
were.
Yeah.
So there's that hot.
What's been really beautiful to witness is Lorenzo and Vanita are interns from FAU, from the Exercise Science Program.
right?
And they've been with us
Great.
for almost a month now, and for
Uh-huh.
them to see and already evolve and really witness like what creativity is behind fitness, because they have their own ideas of what fitness was before they walked into their internship.
Yes.
Now, they might be able to attest as to what it's like now. I mean, the
Very
library of
fun.
movements, right?
Yeah.
It really is.
He is a wealth of knowledge, is he not?
He is,
Yeah,
yeah.
you're
Sure.
learning a lot?
100%.
Oh, that's great.
It is about freeing your mind and becoming your own thought process. We don't want regurgitators. I want people who are thinkers.
Yes.
If I've taught you those those principles, then the strategy in which they can take off as their own professionals is the entire intent. I'm just paying it forward from people who taught me.
Oh, that's amazing. That's
Yeah.
amazing.